Welcome to Milk and Honey Oracle. This is a reading for my air signs for the week of October 13th. We're going to do a 3-card reading: where you are, where you're going, and what's good. So no matter what card ends up in that third column, it is going to be good. Don't forget, keep what resonates, let go of what doesn't. Not every message is for everybody who's watching, so don't try to make it fit. And if you're not watching this reading on October 13th, it is timeless, and it is just meant that you are to hear the message at the time that you are viewing it. Okay, let's dive into what we need to know about where we are, where we're going, and what is good for the week of October 13th. First, we have Coming to the Edge. Next, we have Treasure Island. And last, we have Orphaned. Okay, starting with where we are, come to the edge. You are on the edge, air signs, of your next cycle. I feel like you're closing out a cycle at the moment. You may be teetering a little bit on letting go of who you were as you start to embrace who you are and where you're going. And that's not always the most comfortable feeling, right? To embark on something new, even if it isn't big or hairy or audacious. Closing out a cycle, we become very comfortable with who we are and our ideals and our perceptions. And that's what this is about. It could very well be about embarking on something new physically as well, like a relationship or a move or something in your career. But I really get that this is more internal for you, air signs. We are obviously in Libra season at the moment. I think that you're trying to balance who you were with who you want to be and where you're going. And that's why where you are is on the edge of something big, on the edge of something new. And that can be scary. And sometimes it makes us pause. And if you notice on this card, the woman is looking back. So I think there's a bit of reflection that's happening for you now regarding where you have been and how far you've come before you take that leap to what's coming next for you. Treasure Island, where you're going. This is a beautiful, absolutely beautiful card. And I do think that it goes hand in hand with the good stuff of Orphaned, which I realize does not necessarily look like the most positive of cards. But if you notice, they're very similar in the cylinders that are in the center of each card. And on Treasure Island, you're sort of getting a leg up, right? Like you're getting a ride from the sea turtle, where in the Orphan card, you're sort of standing alone. And what I'm getting from this is that whatever it is that you're leaping to may be a very singular journey. The next step for you may very much be about you and you alone. And maybe you're setting boundaries. Maybe you're taking a different look at your ideals and your beliefs, and you're changing them, and it sort of goes against the grain. While I believe that both of these cards are in the right spots, I do sort of believe that the good stuff, the Orphan card, may really come first, air signs, right? If you're taking a leap from ideals and beliefs and theories, thought perspectives that you have shared with many people in your life for a very long time, it can feel isolating to sort of go out on your own. And I think that's really the symbolism of this card. Like, you sort of need to take a step in your own direction for yourself. And while that's not always comfortable, and it's definitely not always easy, it is in fact rewarding. And the journey itself can be very good. And I think that's why the Orphan card is in the good stuff, right? That period of reflection, that solitary venture that you're about to embark on is going to be very good for you and will bring you your Treasure Island. I think that you will absolutely come out the other side victorious, whole, knowing yourself better, feeling better about who you are, where you are, what you've been through, and what you're going to go through, air signs. Okay, so let's get a little bit of clarification on that. The next card up we have for where we are is build on solid ground. The next card, air signs, is take the lead. And last, we have think things through. Once again, I think this theme is just validating one right after the other. If you notice on this card, it doesn't look necessarily like you're on solid ground. You are a little bit, but there's not much to it. And often I would say if you're going to take the leap, you wait for the universe to give you the net, because it will always be there. This to me, build on solid ground. You are building on solid ground. Taking that step is going to put you on solid ground. It's going to put you on solid ground with yourself. That's what I'm hearing. With yourself, you will have more confidence, more understanding of who you are by coming to the edge, by taking the leap. That is what's going to put you on solid ground. Taking the lead, you may be the first person in your family, in your friend group, in your circle to take that leap, to stand on your own, to look at things differently, to say that you want to evolve in your thought patterns, or you want to evolve in what it is that you're doing. You are going to take the lead, and you may be the first in your circle, but you won't be the last. You are the one who is going to lead the way for those that are meant to take the journey with you. And it sometimes can be scary to be the first one to go down a certain path. I know I've been through that myself, and it takes a lot of bravery to stand in a different light than those that you love that are in your circle, and be confident in that, be still in that. And the think things through, I think, is just telling you to take your time as you go through this, right? And consider all of the options, but also when you feel like turning back, remind yourself that you're meant to be the leader here. You're meant to be the way shower, to pave the path, not only for yourself, but for others. So it's not a think things through, you might make a bad decision card. It's a remind yourself that you're the way shower. You're the one who needs to blaze the new trail, to help others around you. You're the one who is going to bring yourself to this new light, to this new ideal, to this new project, person, passion. And it may be extremely scary because you are the first one. You haven't done it before. It's not comfortable. You may want to stop and turn back around. You may tell yourself that it is not worth it. But this card is to remind you that it is 100% worth it, air signs. And you are meant to do this. This is part of your path. So think it through. Look at all sides, but no matter what, keep moving forward. All right, so we're going to get our last card for where we are, where we're going, and what is good. Body and soul, willing release, bearing fruit. Oh, these cards are absolutely beautiful. This deck and this reading, body and soul, this is telling me that where you are, you need to embrace this journey for yourself wholeheartedly, body and soul, because this is what's going to take you to your next level. Whatever it is that you're working on, embracing this next step is going to take you to where you ultimately want to be. These are the small steps that are going to get you to the big thing, right? The willing release is telling me there are going to be things that are going to fall off along the way, but they're meant to fall off. And this last one, bearing fruit, in the what's good, we go through this cycle every single year, right? Winter comes, or fall comes, I should say, and the leaves fall off. The tree becomes barren in winter, but in spring, new buds start to bloom. And by summer, everything is full and lush and gorgeous. You're in that cycle right now. You need to embrace it, body and soul. You need to know that things are going to be falling off, that it's a necessary part of the process, and that ultimately the good stuff is doing all of these things will allow you to bear fruit in whatever project, ideal, relationship, career, venture that it is that you're working towards. Know that the steps that you take now will bear fruit. Thank you so much, air signs. I absolutely loved bringing you this reading. I hope something resonated with you. If so, please like and subscribe, share this, and I can't wait to see you next time.